So do you think that it's just kind of a gap right now of where the buyers feel that they should be and where the sellers, the price that they want?
Yeah, they're self-discovering both sides.
Got it.
So the buyers feel like they've got more time. The issue is, especially in Marin County, is there's not a lot of inventory, especially in southern Marin. I would say northern Marin, there's probably a little bit more going on, but in southern Marin, there's not a lot of inventory, to be honest.
Yeah.
So if it's a property that looks good, smells good, staged well, can photograph well, and priced right, which is the number one thing, it's going to go.
Yeah.
If it's overpriced, people know it. They've got too much. They have access to Zillow, Trulia, Real Scout, so they can actually do their homework better than ever before.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that know how to crunch numbers, and we never had dollar per square foot as an indicator, but when Zillow came out, they've actually really set the bar by doing dollar per square foot on these real estate sales. And a lot of my private equity guys, hedge fund guys, that's how they look at it. The other thing that I see coming down the pike is if there's not a lot of inventory and they're in a multiple bid situation with 2 to 3, 4 offers, because we are finding now that if 7 disclosure packets, 8 disclosure packets out, you're probably going to have 3 to 4 disclosures. I mean, sorry, 3 to 4 offers. That's right in the wheelhouse. Well, what if you have to sell a house?
Yeah.
Because right now, the only people moving, if sellers don't have to move, they're not moving. But if they have to move because of a relocation with a company, a divorce, a death, that's the only reason people are selling right now. And then the people who can afford to keep their houses will just rent them. I've done 6 rentals this year. I think you're going to see a lot more bridge opportunities on your side, because if you have if there's little inventory and you've got 3 or 4 offers and you've still got a house to sell, you're going to have to bridge it somehow.
It just gives you an option. I mean, that's really what the bridge loan does, is that if you do have that multiple offer situation and you really want the house, you can make it happen.
Yeah, and the good thing is that if you're going to hold for 7 to 10 years, you should be fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the equity build.
Well, I'm also seeing a lot of now listings that have been sitting on for a while, and buyers that have been watching these listings.
They're all watching.
They're all watching. But as we move in now, end of October, November, December, there's always some sellers that are getting pretty desperate. And those sellers, that's an opportunity to come in as a buyer with a bridge loan and beat them down on the price. And then they can list and sell their house in the spring and hopefully get top dollars for it.
Yeah, it definitely will help you leverage-wise. It may cost you a little bit, but it will help you.
It'll help you get that back. In the end, when you sell,
you get it back to equity.
Exactly.
But it also gives you, as you said, better negotiation power on the seller, because you're making their life a lot easier. So I would agree with it.
The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is, the amount of off-market deals that are going on, and especially in Marin County. So, and I know that that's something that you are really excellent at. You network and you know everyone and kind of everything that's going on. So what's your take about these off-market deals? Do you think it's going to happen more, less? What do you think? And what do you think buyers should do if they are looking for a home right now?
Yeah, I think actually it's becoming problematic, I think, because I'm not just looking at 1 or 2 or 3 platforms. I have to look at 5, 6, or 7. If I'm not on social media looking at Instagram, I have to literally connect myself to all the top tier agents who are worth their salt on Instagram and Facebook, because I may miss a listing that they brought on.
Right.
And it's my fault if my buyer comes to me and says, "Hey, how come you didn't tell me about this?" So you just need to be thinking out of the box, and you why would I ever follow that agent on Instagram? Well, you need to follow those agents on Instagram who are the listing mavens, because they may have something that pops up for 2 to 3 days,
Yeah.
And it's already in contract the 4th day.
Yeah. Yeah.
One just happened like that.
Yeah.
In Tiburon, or Belvedere actually. So it does happen. So it's difficult because I have enough stuff going on. I would prefer to have one platform that does everything. But this is where we're going. This is where it's going.
Yeah.
I think the spring market, most buyers, most sellers want to, if they're smart, they want to expose the property to the market,
Yes.
which they should do because then they'll get the highest and best price.
Yeah.
The only way off markets work is if you set a price that is a preemptive price point that you can say, listen, make me move.
Yeah.
So I think you'll see some of that. But at the end of the day, I think it's smarter for sellers to get their property staged, ready, priced right, get it on the market, and try to get the highest and best price for the house.
Yeah. Because your word is everything in this business.
It is.
And it's word and your character.
Yeah.
And I think, especially in a real estate transaction, your character really shines through.
Yeah.
And it is so stressful to buy a house or to sell a house. And for us to come in and be the professional and keep everything calm,
And
professional, in control. Because at the end of the day, we just want the client to get the house they want and the seller to sell the house that they want.
Yes.
It's not complicated.
It's a win-win or no deal.
It's a win-win or no deal. Absolutely.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah.